Hello everyone. In the last video we were discussing about the sense organs. So in this video we are going to continue with that chapter. In the last video we had discussed about the structures of the eye as well as their functions. In this video we are going to continue with that, as well as in this video we will discuss few defects of the eye and few visions of the eye. So let us begin. Firstly, we are going to discuss about the chambers of the eye. In the eye, two type of chambers are present. First is known as the aqueous chamber and the second one is known as the vitreous chamber. Aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber, where they are present and what are their functions, we will discuss. Aqueous chamber and the vitreous one. This chamber of the eye is known as the vitreous chamber, and aqueous chamber is the chamber that is present in front of the lens, in front of your lens. This is your lens of the eye, and in front of the lens the chamber is present, that is known as the aqueous chamber. And what is the main function of the aqueous chamber? Aqueous chamber is responsible for keep the lens moist, and as well as it is protecting the lens from the physical shock, and it is responsible for the refraction of the light. Next one, vitreous chamber, that is present just behind the eye. And what is the function of the vitreous chamber? It is helpful for keeping the eyeball on its position, and it protects the retina and the nerve endings. That are the functions of the aqueous chamber and the vitreous chamber. Next, how we are seeing the objects, how the eye is able to see or to focus the objects. First, entry of the light. Light is very much responsible for seeing the objects properly. Firstly, when the light will enter in our eye, then the pupil will change the position of our lens according to the light beam of the light. Okay, if that is intense, then what is happening? The pupil will be contract, and if the light will be dim, then what will happen? It will become widened. Due to the presence of which one? Due to the presence of muscles, radial muscle and the circular muscle. Next one, focusing on the image. Light entered in your eyes. Now second step is you will focus on that object to see the object clearly. What is the color of that object? What are the things? So second step is focusing of the eye. Next, the transmission. When we are going to focus on the object, then what is happening? That eye and light entered in your eye, and the image of that object will formed on your retina part of the eye, and that image will be inverted as well as that will be real, and that will form on which part? Retina part. Third step is transmission of the nerve impulses from retina to brain. Now retina will send the information to your brain that your eyes are seeing this object. So that is the function of the retina part. So they are transmitting the nerve impulses to the brain for the object. This is the object. And the fourth step is interpretation by the brain. Now the brain send the information and it will interpret that which object your eyes are seeing. Like this is a book, this is a table, this is a dice, this is a blackboard. So you are getting the information after the interpretation of your brain. So that's why by this way your eye is going to see. That's why this is where we are seeing the objects. Next one is known as accommodation. Accommodation is viewing the objects in sharp focus. Now, viewing the objects in sharp focus is known as the accommodation. When you are focusing on an object, that thing is known as the accommodation of your eye to seeing it clearly, properly, or with the focus. Okay, so that thing is known as the accommodation. Next one, we are going to discuss about the light and dark adaptations. Light and dark adaptation we have already discussed when we discussed about the rod cells and the cone cells. So in the dark vision, which cells are going to be active? The rod cells. In the dim light, they are becoming active and they are giving the vision to you to see the object. But again I am telling you, they are not responding to the color. And which pigment is present? Rhodospin is present. And if we talk about the cone cells are becoming active in the bright light, and they are present. They are responsible for the color vision. And which pigment is present in these one? Rhodospin is present. So this is the light and dark adaptations of your eye. Next one, we are going to discuss about some common defects of the eye. Okay, first one is known as a near or short sightedness or myopia. You may have heard about these defects of the eye, or you have heard or you have read in your lower classes too. Next one, myopia. Myopia is a condition in which the near objects can be seen clearly while the distant objects appear blurred. So the persons are not able to see the objects, those are present on the distant positions with the proper vision. So that is known as the myopia or short sightedness. What is the reasons of the myopia? The eyeball becomes lightened, as well as from the front to back. Lens become too curved, as well as their eye becomes lengthened. So that are the reasons for the myopia, for the short sightedness. And what is the correction of the myopia eye? Whenever we will apply which lens? Convex lens. Okay, convex lens is responsible for the correction of the myopia. Why so? Because in this situation, what is happening, the image is not forming on the retina part. Okay, so in that sense, the image is not forming on the retina, and that is forming just before the retina. That's why the persons are not able to focus on the things that are present on the distance positions. So the concave lens, I told you wrong, sorry for that. In the myopia, we are using the concave lens. Concave lens are responsible to correct this defect of the eye, and while using the concave lens, the image is forming on the retina, and that are correcting the myopia. Next one, we are going to discuss about the far sightedness or long sightedness or hyperopia. Hyperopia is a defect of the eye in which the far objects are clear to the person, but the nearest objects are not clear to the person. They are not able to see the nearest objects properly. So in this defect, which lens we are going to use for the correction? We are using the convex lens. And convex lens, with the help of convex lens, again the image is forming on the retina, because previously the image was forming after the retina. So that's why the persons feel this difficulty to see the objects, near objects clearly. So after using the convex lens, this defect becoming okay. So retina, on the retina the image is forming, and by that way we are able to correct this defect. Next is known as the astigmatism. Astigmatism is a defect in which some objects are seen in the focus while others are blurred. I give you one example here. If you try to focus on the on the lid of your pencil, okay, do this activity at your home too. Try to focus on the lid of your eye of your pencil. Then what will happen? When you try to focus, this part of your pencil will be clear to you. Rest all the parts that are present around the pencil will be blurred for few minutes. Okay, I am not telling you are suffering with any kind of defect. This is only the accommodation of the eye. Okay, but the persons, those are suffering with this defect, what is happening with them? The same thing is happening with them. They are able to focus on some objects, but the other objects for that meantime are blurred for them. So that is the defect for the person, that person's, and this is corrected by the cylindrical lenses. Next one, presbyopia is a condition affecting the older peoples. They are not able to see the near objects clearly because they are losing their flexibility of the muscles. So that's why they are suffering with this kind of a disease, this kind of a defect. And convex lens are using for the correction of this defect. Next one, cataract is a condition in which the lens turn opaque. Okay, and the vision is cut down, even total blindness is there sometimes. So that is a problem, suffering with the some persons are suffering with this problem, and it is also corrected with the help of convex lens, but the highly convex lens are using for this condition, for this defect. Next one, night blindness is a condition when the persons feel difficulty to see in the night blindness it is called. Okay, that is happening because the non-formation of the pigment, means visual purple of the rod cells. The pigment is not formed in the rod cells. That's why the persons are not able to see in the dim light. They are not able to see in the dark. So that is happening with the persons. They are suffering with this disease, and that is also happening due to the deficiency of vitamin E, and there are deficiency in the persons, that's why they are suffering with this defect. Color blindness is also a kind of condition in which some person by birth they are not able to discriminate between some colors, red and green, and the other colors they are not able to discriminate that whether it is red or whether it is green. So that is known as a color blindness. It is also a hereditary disease. The child is getting this disease from its parents, his or her parents. Next one, corneal opacities. Opacities, the cornea of some patients gets scarred and turns opaque, means whitish, it is turning whitish, and non-functional, so that's why they are suffering with this kind of defect, and this is corrected with the help of a replacement of a healthy cornea from a donated eye. Next one, squint. Squint is a defect of the two eyes somewhat converge, leading to what it is called a cross eye also, so that is known as squint. Some persons are suffering with the squint. They are having their eyeballs are not on their proper positions, that are here or even that side, so that is known as a squint. Lens is somewhat not in the center but on the side, so that a problem is known as squint. Next one, stereotypic vision or binocular vision. Stereotypic vision, I already gave you one example, that whenever you will try to focus on one object, then automatically the rest objects or the rest things that are around this object will be blurred for you for a few minutes. So that is known as stereotypic vision. You are continuously focusing on one object only, and the other object for the meantime are opaque for you or blurred for you. Next one, after images, the basis of the motion pictures. These type of pictures are also coming on the social media. Sometimes you may have seen about it. They are giving you or they are sending you one photo and telling you to focus on one center or one circle, and automatically when you will try to focus on that circle, when you will after that, means after completion of that time, when you will see on the other side, definitely the object will be appear on that side. That is known as the after image. Here is one activity they had given you. They had shown you one diagram, okay, and they told you that firstly try to look on this center, okay, and when you will complete your 30 seconds or 1 minute, afterward when you will look on the other side, definitely you will see the rest fingers of your hand. So that is the after image that formed in your eye. And this is also happening that when you are seeing the sun for a few minutes, then automatically when you will try to look on the other side for a few minutes, that will be dark as well as one kind of shadow you are seeing. So that is the after image our eye is forming for a few seconds. So this is all about the eye. We have discussed about the defects of the eye and the other things also. And again I am going to tell you that because I did one mistake there, I told you about the short-sightedness and even the far-sightedness. Short-sightedness is corrected with the help of concave lens, and far-sightedness with the help of a convex lens, so that are corrected with that lenses. So this is all about the eye, their functions, and the whole things, how we are able to focus the things, how we are able to see the things. Hope you understood. Thank you very much.